Hello, friends and families. Once again, welcome to Armstrong Computers. I'm your host, Prince Armstrong. Today's segment will be looking at point of sales configuration. Without wasting my time, let's look at this. In our previous lesson, we talked about how to then customize the login of the point of sales. And let me log in for you to see what I'm talking about. So it's going to be localhost slash Armstrong. So you can see it here. So localhost slash Armstrong POS slash public, and that is what we did. And when I press enter, at the end of the day, you see what will display on the screen. Let's wait for a while. So as you can see, this is what display on the screen, and if you could remember, this is what we did by customizing the login interface for the POS. And don't worry, I'll be leaving a link here also, and also in the description, where you guys can go and then take a recap of what we did in our previous video, and then join us here. Now today's segment, as I just said, we'll be looking at point of sales configuration, or point of sale software configuration. Without wasting my time, I'll be right back after this intro. Okay, welcome back. So as we are welcome back here now, the next thing we need to do, we need to log into the point of sales. So I'll type my username, add me, and I'll type my password. So now this is my interface, or this is the interface of my point of sales. So the next thing I'd like to do is that now to customize the or to configure your point of sales. This simply means that you then assign the name of the shop to, for the point of sales. Also then assign a logo to the point of sales, so that at least when you print, when you issue prints, the name and also the logo and the contact information about the shop will display on the receipt. And also probably the footer, you can say thank you for shopping with us. And also more or less you can also bring your signature there, so that at least you may say point of sale software developed by Armstrong or whatever, so that at least anybody can contact you for the software indeed, so far as marketing is concerned. But well, that's what we are going to look at about all the configuration. Without wasting my time, let's get started. So as you can see, so this is my dashboard, more or less, my point of sales window, and these are the various icons. So to do that, you just have to come to the office model. So click on the office model. When I click on the office model, you can look through, you can see where we have configuration. We have configuration here. We also have configuration here. So any which way you can click on any of this and it will work perfectly for you. So just click on configuration, and then when you click on the configuration, let's wait for a while, and voila, the configuration will open. So this is my configuration, and here I'm going to do my configuration here. So basically I'm going to type the name of my shop. So you can see here, I just type company's name. You just type the name of the shop, which is known as what, Shop. Okay, so let me do it, Shop. Okay, nicely, which is already there. I'm just showing you. So Shop, let me call it 𝐒𝐤𝐲𝐤. Okay, so here you put the logo here. So the logo that you put here, that is the logo that I'm going to display on on the receipt. So let's do that. So just click on select image, and you scroll down to select the image that you want to use. So let me scroll down. I can see an image. Scroll down. So this is the image I want to use at least. So Armstrong POS, that's what I wanted to use, that's what I want to display on the receipt. So now we come to the company address. Okay, though it's there as 𝓒𝓸𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓬𝓽. So that is the previous video. That's what I did, but I want to show you guys the whole configuration. So I'll just go by saying and say tema, okay, community 11. So let's do that. So basically that is just that tema community 11. You can space it on every tweet. So that is just that. And I'll scroll down here. So here, if I have a website, you can put it there. If you don't have a website, you can just let it go. The email is not necessarily needed. If you want to bring the company's email, you put it here. Okay, if you have the company have a website, you put it, or if the shop have a website, you put a website here also. So here it is the contact number. You can also put the fax number also here. So if let's assume that the company have two telephone number, you can just bring it there. So let's assume I have another telephone number. So it's going to be, let's say 057, let me try 31, let me go 940. So that's underlined, so you can bring it there also, and then these two numbers will display on the receipt. So now this side is very important. Now this very side, you need to pay attention to what I'm going to say very well. Now below the receipt, you want to bring something like thank you for shopping with us, or maybe you want to say thank you so much for shopping with us, so something like that. So to do that, you just have to shift here a little bit, okay, something here, and then you just go by saying, so you type thank you for thank you so much okay, for just let me say for shopping with us, shopping with us, okay, so something like this. So shift it somewhere here, and then you put it at the end point, then now you press enter. So beneath it, you just have to space here a little bit, and you bring the equal to sign, and bring something like this down here, and you can space it a little bit, press enter. So now the next thing you need to bring is, let's say you can go by saying software developed by, okay, so you can do that and it will be nicely there. So let's write something. So it's going to be let me say software, okay, like developed by software developed by, well, you can take my developed just like that. Developed by Armstrong. Okay. So software developed by Armstrong computers. So something like this. So you just go like software developed by, okay, Armstrong computers. Then when you are done, the next you need to do is you shift it a little bit to be at the middle. So maybe you want to bring your website there so that these people know that you're the one. So you press enter, you shift it a little bit to the side, and bring, let's say Armstrong, okay, computers.org. So .org. Or you can choose to bring your telephone number. Okay, so I'm bringing two things, both my website and then my telephone number also as well. So I'm just going to do, so after my website, the next thing I'm bringing is my telephone number. So it's going to be, let's say 0209461, okay, 382. Then I'll shift it a little bit here at the middle. Done. So at the end of the day, as you configure it like this, when you are done, and then maybe you add your products, and maybe after selling an item and the issue print, this is going to display at the bottom of the receipt. So if anybody want the same system, the person can contact you through your website or probably the telephone number. Okay, so after you are done with all this, the next you need to just click on submit, and you can see configuration saved successfully. So the next thing we're going to go ahead with the next configuration. Let's assume that you are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, as I am in Ghana now. You are in US, you are in Canada, you are in India, you are in Bangladesh, mention it wherever. Now to configure this, you just have to come to what we have. We are done with, we are still configuring. Okay, so the next I'd like you to do, that's a configuration of configuring. Okay, so the next I'd like you to, you have to come to localization. So you click on the localization. So now here you see we have localization, where we need to bring the localize more or less. So we are in GH, so we change here to, let's say GH. Okay, so GH, so you can choose to GH. You can bring the city sign also as well, or to 155, and then you get a city sign. Let me go again, GH. So I have my city sign or to 155. So we have currency symbol. So for Ghana, if you want to get a Ghana city sign, just go into Alt 155, then you get a Ghana symbol. So we have the currency code. So you can choose to go like GH, then Alt 5, Alt 155. So we're going to Alt A, also GH, Alt 155. Then, so after you're done, yeah, decimal, yes, of course. Then screw down here. So we maintain here's payment option. You maintain it as it is. Then you come to what we have. We have country code. You can choose to bring GH, or you can choose to leave it like that. And then the language spoken, mentioned that US. You can also change it to any country that you want. You can change it to, but hey, I'll maintain it as US. You can make it Britain, Great Britain, as a Britain, in which way. So then after that, you just maintain. Now you can also change the date format also, whether if you want the month to come first before the year, or the day before the month before the year. Anyhow you want it, you can change it here. And then the hours, of course, where the time section is concerned. So basically that is that. So when you are done, the next thing you need to do, you just have to come down here and click on submit. But first, let me take you through first. So we have the GH. Okay, we have the city sign, we have this, we have come to the currency code, bring GH, okay, to bring the city sign. When you are done, what you need to do, just come here and click on submit. When you click on submit, you will see configuration is saved successfully. So when you come here, you can see we have the currency, the Ghana city sign assigned to the values. Okay, so if you want to assign a barcode also, you can also let the barcode, you can also configure the barcode also here. If you want to do the stock, you can also configure the stock also as well, so that when it's in, you can configure, say when it's finished you shouldn't sell, but let's maintain it as this. So first we just dealt with how to call information. After information, we did not dealt with general information, leave it as it is. Come to localization and just do what we just did here. So after we are done, come to the receipt. Now the receipt also, we have default. You can maintain it default, or you can maintain it as short, in which way, but leave it as default. Now the font size of the receipt, you can increase it to 12, you can increase it to 7, depending on the type of printer you are using. If you are using a receipt printer, I will just tell you should just leave it as it is, so that it will just be only 12. So basically that is just that. So when you are done, the next thing you need to do is that you just have to click on submit again, and everything will be submit successfully. Then after that, come back and come to the home, and when you click on home, we are done. So this is all about configuring your POS to suit. You can see the name that I changed to a Armstrong GH is displaying at the top here. So the name that you indeed have given to, how they call it, the POS, so far the store that you are deploying the system to is concerned, you can just to display just here. And then when you sell a product, and then you issue the command, the product, indeed the name of the shop will be displayed on the receipt. So basically that is just that. Thank you so much. This ends today's section. The next section we'll be looking at another thing. Thank you so much. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.